Hey guys, today is July the 7th of 2022, and I want to go over AppHarvest APPH using cycle and Doligan price and time technical analysis. Without any further delay, let's get into the chart. Okay, so here is a weekly chart of AppHarvest. There are two cycles on the weekly chart, and mind you, this is a baby stock. I mean baby, it just started trading somewhere around June of 2020. As you guess, in regards to cycle, there's not a lot of information that we could pick up on the spectrum analyzer. But we got two that are popping up, and one of them is the 79 cycle. And this one showing very good correlation. The only difference is that the cycle has been going up, while prices have been consolidating, going sideways, kind of in a range, consolidating. In this big cycle on the weekly, peaks somewhere around August 10th, the first week of August of 2022. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about trading or investing on AppHarvest. The next one is a little more smaller fractal, is the 20 cycle. And what I like to see is that both of them are up. Mind you, it's been going sideways with the 79 cycle. But the 20 is up and the 79 cycle is up on the weekly. So I like that. That's positive for me. You do a composite of both, and this is what you get. You get a pullback right here, bottoms out somewhere around May, and then it gets a peak somewhere around August 22nd. And this is all probability. I'm not saying that this is going to exactly play out. But in regards to composite and cycle analysis, this is kind of just a projection, the probability where prices are going to go up. And also, I just want to make a note, is that we're not going to go up and retest the high. People sometimes get confused with that. No, cycle is nothing with price. It's just telling you the possible direction of where it's probably going to go. And chances are it could probably be going up, not down. You can see that we're kind of pretty much sideways, but kind of trending a little higher. And also, with the general markets, what that's doing. But so far, it's kind of following the projection of the cycle on the weekly. We're going to go to the daily and see what the daily is showing us there. Okay, so this is a daily chart, and there's a few things here. There's two cycles that are important in the spectrum analyzer. One is the 332 cycle, which is this one. What's interesting in this cycle is that it peaks somewhere around July the 13, 14, somewhere around there. And one thing I could think of is that maybe things are inverting here on the daily cycle, but I don't really like to use the word inversion. I really like to just go with what the cycles are saying. But sometimes I have noticed in the past where the cycles invert. So instead of, once we hit a peak here, this is where things start momentum going up. It's kind of, backward logic, but I've seen it in the past. So I can't really, it's like an anomaly that I've seen. Does it happen a lot? No, but once in a while you'll come across it. That's why you've heard people that, follow cycles, they call it inversion, inverted. It just goes against the rules, but the pattern is there. And, I'm not going to deny it. So that's the only thing I could think of, that if we're going to start trending higher, is that this cycle is inverted here and we'll go up. But the facts remain is that we're going to be hitting a peak soon on the daily using the 332 cycle. The next cycle of importance is the 98, which is the dominant cycle on the daily chart. And you can see that we bottomed out somewhere around June the 23rd. We're going to be hitting a peak somewhere around August 15, 14, 15 of this year. So I'm expecting, looking at the weekly, the 79 in the 20 cycle and the 98, since they're all pointing up, I'm looking for the probability that price action will continue to make higher highs and higher lows into August. Now we do a composite of the 98 to 332 cycle together, and this is the probability of a forecast of where the momentum would go. Somewhere around August may probably stall or go sideways or pull back. That remains to be seen. We're just using probability, so we'll see. But if you want to kind of have some confirmation, my book, this looks good. What we need to do is we need to take out that $7 high, and there might be a lot of stops up there. We may go and hit that peak around August and hit $7 and then just stall and pull back, or maybe we may hit $7 earlier, push through, and maybe find another resistance, maybe around here, $12, and change, who knows. But August will be, a month to look at and see where we at in regards to price action. So if you're considering going long or thinking about investing in AppHarvest, I'm not here to give you advice, but I'm here just to tell you what the cycles are saying. They look positive. So it's up to you, and you decide what you want to do with your risk management. But so far, the cycles look good. Are they going to play out? We don't know, but the probability is that it may not. But this is what the cycles are saying. Okay, so here we have an Elliott wave chart I have. And it's indicating a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of strange. Normally 5 will be higher, but this is what the program is calculating. And then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we zoom higher, but it looks like there's a linear regression channel right here, and we're like battling it out right there. The Stokes are positive on the weekly, so that's good. Let's look at the daily chart, because this is where it's more important. So according to the Elliott count, this third wave ended on January the 31st of 2022. We did a fourth wave, which I remember it's that $7, the fourth wave. And the fifth wave, and now we got 1, 2, and we're working on 3. If 3 hasn't ended, possible target to 3 is that $5. Also right here, which is at 660, could be a possible wave 3. Other things I wanted to show you, targets, is this is a weekly target. And you can see that right here, time-wise, next week will be interesting. And also the August 19. Remember, I've been saying August. This is totally different from the cycles. What I like to see is correlations. Correlations is things are kind of lining up from different points of view, from energy points, vibration points, mathematical points, time and price, calendar days, trading days, different things kind of in clusters close in proximity to other things. And what I've noticed here on the weekly, August the 19th is going to be interesting. And on the daily, August 1st, was this right here? This is September. There's a cluster right here, some possible dates to, have on your radar besides the cycles I gave you. So there could be a probability that we may, have these turning points in conjunction with the cycles, August. So we got to keep that in mind. This price range right here is from the weekly, a possible target, which is at 770 all the way to 821. The midpoint will be that at 796. Then on the daily chart, we go all the way to like 959. Midpoint is 981, and the highest would be like $10, pretty much. So those are the two targets I have to the upside. But we first need to take out $7. That's the main resistance point. We could probably be going up there to test it and then see what happens once we get there. The good thing is that if we get to close around above the 200 moving average, that's going to look very positive. The algos are going to probably pick that up, and it's going to fall in the category of stocks that are above their 200. So there might be a little more interest peeking in. But as of right now, that remains to be seen. Linear regression channel is pointing up. I don't really have much to show just because this is the only chart that I have working from my old computer. What's interesting is that when you stop using a computer, I've been traveling a lot, and then you come back to use it, for some reason, because you haven't used it, things just got weird. You figure out while you're using it, things will like get whacked out, and the font will change, or this program is not working, or this is, whatever, when you're using it. But when you're not using it, you're assuming things would just be as perfect as it was from the last time, unless one of my boys or my wife was messing around with it, but which I doubt. But anyway, those are my thoughts on AppHarvest. I know people have been, nagging me and like, hey, give me an update on AppHarvest and maybe other stocks and sectors and commodities and futures I haven't had a chance to look at. But this is the one that I've been getting the most requests. I figured I'd ease the crowd and tell them my thoughts. Okay, now I'll tell you one thing. What's the worst case scenario? That we don't even get to these targets. There's another target for if you're bearish, which I'm not, that it could go all the way down to $1.50. So I'm open-minded to keep both scenarios open, that it could probably, tank from here and even push even lower. So this is a target, that could be probable of it's going to go lower. But my bets, and I'm leaning, with everything that I've shown you, that price action, chances are, will probably go higher from here. And it's going to find some resistance on the way up, like that $7 one is going to be one, as long as we close above this 200. $7 is going to be key level. And once we close above $7, then these are the, reasonable price targets you want to keep your, your radar. Also with the timing about August 1st, August 19th, and all these things might change, but just wanted to show you what I'm seeing on the charts. With that being said, I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you liked this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on AppHarvest using double again cycle, price and time, technical analysis.